is shining, shining, nice and bright, bright. The birds are chirping, chirping,
and I'm ready to fly.
time to get ready, ready.
For another day.
No one can stop us. Oh, we gon' learn to play.
Away.
Every day we learn and play. We do our best, so we'll be great. Oh, 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 oh. You do your best, best.
And I don't mind.
Mind. So let's get ready. Cause it's about that time. Good morning, how do you? Good morning, how do you do? Good morning, time to be great. Good morning, time to race.
Your dance and play. So start the day.
Open your eyes.
Hey y'all.
Morning, 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 morning to you. Good morning, 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 how do you do? Good morning, 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 morning,
Good
morning to
morning.
you.
Good morning.
Morning, 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 how do you do? You see me on my grind,
Stars got to
Stars got-
shine.
I'm a supernova.
Yeah, you see me taking over. Yeah,
I'm on the move. I got a way to stride to it. So let me hear you say, every day.
Every day. What we doing, y'all? Every day we learn. Play. We can't see Aaron.
Oh, we not. Can you hear me?
We live. There we go. There we go.
We live, baby. I said today we are celebrating here in Georgia. You
We
know,
do
last
a historic win. Hallelujah.
night.
We can count one
Mm-hmm.
of them anyway, right?
Yeah. Well, Ossoff is back in the lead, so they're saying that we're gonna get both of the seats. We're 98% in. So it's about over. It's about I think 15,000, if that, between 10 and 15,000 votes. Ossoff's lead.
Okay. What's that margin percentage? Because I know
It's very tight, and it could go into a recount. If Purdue wanted to say recount, he could. That's one thing that we were fearing because it is under 0.05%, and anything under 0.05, they can, do what they do.
oh Lord.
So
So we
I don't know.
gonna be counting again and delaying again and just
You already know.
why?
It
Georgia,
was.
why y'all ain't get out and vote in larger numbers? Like
You know what? It was a really big margin for young people. It was the older people, 65 and up, who came out for the Republican side.
That's
That
what we were talking
was.
about
Mhm.
yesterday. Because Ossoff is younger and he represents. Is that my stuff is going slow? Is that mine?
Mom was too. That was both of us.
Okay.
I think it was.
Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, so also he represents the younger generation. And I said, I don't know if like the young people will get out and vote, but the older people, they like to kind of stick to their program and they don't like a lot of change. I said, unless they get out
Mhm.
and vote in large numbers, um, you know, also will
Yeah.
win.
Yeah. And
Unless
that
they
and
get
that
out.
is
Yeah.
that is
Also
really
won't.
interesting because people were seeing how Warnock he's winning by a landslide. It's not going to be a recount. I think he's 50,000 more votes above Kelly Loeffler. But people were saying that because he is a reverend, because he's older, even though he is a black man, he kind of does cater to that conservative base a little bit more than the young white John Ossoff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was saying, yeah, yesterday. I was like, I don't know. I know the young people get out and vote, but if the older people get out and vote, I don't know because they like to stay the same. They don't like change. So,
Yeah,
but
I
we'll
know,
see.
but we're
Hopefully,
almost there.
what was that?
They've already called it, and a lot of publications have already called it. It's not official yet. We don't know until it's all over, but they are calling it. So we're celebrating early. I already see brunch flyers here in Atlanta. You know how they do. Put a flyer
Y'all
together to
just
celebrate.
don't know how to sit down. Y'all just like celebrate at home. What y'all doing?
Yeah. Monday, on my birthday, people were calling me like, "We going to the club tonight?" I'm like, "No, we're not going to." First of all, don't look for an excuse to go to the club just because it's my birthday. If you want to go to the club, you need to just go to the club. But yes, it was fun. I'm like, people calling me like, "Let's go to the club." I'm like, I'm not going to the club.
Okay, that's a nice segue. Let's talk about birthday.
Yeah, I had a
You were
whole
gone on
birthday.
Monday. People were asking.
I traveled like all Christmas break. I didn't go to a lot of different places, but I did travel. I think I told you guys I flew into Baltimore, and then I stayed in Delaware with my family in Maryland for a little bit. So a lot of times we celebrate my birthday on New Year because that's when my family is still together before everybody kind of disperses and goes back home. So I had a really big celebration for New Year's Eve, which was fun. It was a surprise party. It was only like 5-6 of us though. It was small, but it was fun.
Good. So your birthday was on the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, congratulations. You
The
are a
first
year
Monday
older.
of 2021.
First
Yes.
Monday of 2021. Y'all brought it in right. Celebrated
Mm-hmm.
with the family. You made the
Yeah.
big 2-2.
3.
Oh my God, girl, you're getting old.
I know, right? I'm
Yes.
like, it's starting to sit in. Like, I'm older. I'm still young, but I'm older. Like 16 is long gone. I think that's what it feels like. High school was long gone. Even college, it's no more freshman year memories. It's just in the past.
Well, memories always gonna be there. So good memories always
Yeah.
gonna be there. Yeah.
So.
But that's good. Happy birthday, Capricorn. So my birthday is coming.
You got one coming up?
Martin Luther King Day, January 18th. So we were talking about.
Is that always Martin Luther King Day, or it changes?
It's always the weekend, right? So it's just the weekend of his birthday is actually on the 15th. But they celebrated on that Monday following the weekend. I'm still trying to get to Colorado.
Okay, Aspen.
I want to go skiing with Brent and D. Brent and D. I'm just inviting myself. No, but I want to go skiing. And I'm talking to my mom yesterday. A lot of y'all know that she lives with me. And she was like, "So what you want to do for your birthday?" I'm like, "I want to go skiing." She was like, "I don't want to go nowhere cold." I was like, "Okay, birthday girl. It's your birthday."
When's her birthday?
May.
Yeah, that's funny. Is she a Taurus?
No, she's a Gemini.
She's a Gemini. Okay.
Yeah, hers is the end of May.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway.
Yeah, they like it warm.
And I was telling her last night, I said, I didn't necessarily know the difference between birthdays because growing up in San Francisco and California, we didn't have seasons. So,
so you're used to it being warm on your birthday.
Yeah, I didn't know the difference until we moved to Detroit. And I was like, oh, what is this? Snow? And so ever since, I was like, I'm not celebrating my birthday in the snow. Like, who does that? That's stupid. So I just never really, did anything.
Yeah, this might be my last one.
Let's shout out Facebook to Rue. Good morning. Hey, Manny.
Good morning, Facebook.
Hey, Tammy, girl. Yo, Romeo was going to be on a little later. He coming. Hey, Manny, thank you for my flowers. I appreciate that. Lachey Poindexter. Good morning from Oakland, CA. Yay.
Okay, Oakland. That's the Bay Area.
From the Yay area. That's my stomping grounds, my hometown. Hey, Robert. Good morning. Good morning, Iris Baker. Bridget Sirius James. Good morning, lady. Iris said happy belated birthday, Tiara.
Oh, thank you, Iris. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and Nicholas, good morning. And Harold, good morning. So yeah, Romeo was on his way, y'all. We gonna have to whip him into shape. I don't know. What the heck is going on? But he on his
What he
way
doing in 20? What's his 2021 move? How he been?
to get fit, girl. You know that's his thing. He getting fit.
Right.
Which should be all of ours. Yesterday I did a story. Probably a lot of people missed it, but yesterday I did a story on doing snack sized exercises, and if you conceptually
Mm-hmm.
think about it, when you go to take a snack break, you in the refrigerator, you in the pantry, you in the cupboard, you wherever, but
Mm-hmm.
you're taking a break to get a snack, and it's the same concept, just related to exercising. When
Right.
you think about taking a snack break, when you get up, just do some high knees, do some,
Mm-hmm.
when you walking up the
Yeah.
stairs, walk back down, then walk back up, then walk back
Yep.
down, like do an extra rep, that type of snack size exercise, and that will break
Mm-hmm.
up the monotony of, if you have a desk job sitting all day, or if you just
Mm-hmm.
watching TV all day, like get up, do something, move.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna start with that because everybody knows I didn't
Yep.
get my Peloton for Christmas. Peloton, add me. I'm gonna add y'all, because I do a good review. I'll try it out for y'all.
Mhm.
Peloton,
They're
see if my
expensive though, I heard. Like they're not cheap at all.
no, they're not. But that's fine. That's what
Mm.
I want. I
Yeah.
think that's
You
what
deserve
I'll.
it.
I think
You
that's what
deserve it.
I'll use to work out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the type of person that you give me what I need and I'll go to work. Like, I don't give a damn if
Mm-hmm.
it's, if I feel like it's what I need, that's what I need to get the
Yep.
work done. And I'll get it
That's
done.
Capricorn.
It'll be a great
Mm-hmm.
job. And but I just need what I need. So if my
Yep.
requirements are right, so I'm
Or just
speaking this.
they just happen to be more. That's just what it is.
You
Capricorn
know what I'm saying?
energy. Period.
Like as a artist, because I manifested myself into a whole pop star. So as a pop star in my writer, if I put
Mm-hmm.
in there I need Snickers bite size individually wrapped
Mm-hmm.
in give it to me. Don't bring me no big bar of Snickers. I said bite size individually wrapped. Okay? 5. That's it.
Yep.
Don't bring me 6. I want 5. Practicing my diva behavior.
Yes, 2021 is the year we get what we want and exactly what we want.
I mean, manifest that thing. We have to.
Mhm.
Let's manifest what it is that we want. A lot,
Yep.
and let me tell you something, Tiara. So a lot of the times, the issue is, one of the main issues is that people don't know what they want and they don't know how to identify what it is that
Yep.
they want.
Mhm.
So they cause themselves to not make a decision, and that indecision, it rolls into a decision, so to speak, but it's just not the decision that you want to make
Right,
because
right.
you still
Paralysis.
prolong
I think
the
they call
fact.
that analysis paralysis. Have you ever
Yes.
heard of that?
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. And so by not making a decision, your indecision is actually a decision to not make the decision, and therefore you're not moving forward, and therefore you don't quickly make the decision in terms of what it is that you like. So I
Mm-hmm.
implore everyone to go out today and just kind
Just
of
decide.
write down some of the top things that you like doing. Like, and if you don't know what it is, like write down some of those top things that you think you want to do. What are they?
Mm.
And then let's kind of move towards those. Put them on the wall and say, "This is what I want to do." I'm gonna manifest that
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
I believe
What's
it.
up, Romeo?
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy New Year.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy New Year. Happy late birthday. Happy to see you guys. I was listening in on my run. I'm just happy to see y'all on this Wednesday morning. Good morning. Hey everybody on
I told
Facebook.
everybody you was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man. I'm sticking to my. I'm sticking. Like I can't take the excuse. So it's only day 6, but I'm sticking to my 5 miles a day, man. Three at midnight, 2 in the morning. Um, sleep between what time I sleep? I sleep between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. every day. Then I'm up. I'm ready to go. So let's
Romeo,
go. Yep.
where do you run at 5 o'clock in the morning? I mean, midnight. Where you running at?
Midnight gym. The 2 in the morning is straight street. I love the morning cold air. love the cold air. So
Them, that
Those are
concrete,
those
you
are
run on
privileges that
concrete,
only men get.
run on like turf.
concrete, concrete.
See, 28 can
You got too
handle
many.
me on
Portia.
concrete. Mm-mm.
Come on, Portia. You got too many ums. Now it's day 6.
I was
It's
just
day
talking
6.
about my Peloton. I need my Peloton, and I was
Yeah,
just
she wants to
saying, give me
Peloton.
what
She
I
wants to
need
work
to
out.
work.
She says she's going up and down the staircases. She's doing her snack size workouts.
I'm doing my snack size workouts.
What's the goal? What's the everyday goal? What's the miles?
Miles? You talking in miles? Ain't nobody talking in miles just yet. Let me inch my way up to the miles. So let me tell y'all. So this summer, of course, you know, everybody was still on lockdown, but I will get out in my neighborhood and do 2 miles. At a minimum of 2 miles. Like one time around the complex is 2 miles. 2 times is 4 miles. So I will do a minimum of 2 miles. But that's when it was nice and warm outside.
That's an excuse. Portia Monique, that's an excuse.
I didn't give you an
We not
excuse. I said
here. Tell we not talking about nothing back in the day. Nothing. If it came before 2020, it don't exist no more. Don't exist no more. I'm gonna need you to get
somebody asked me, it might have been yesterday, Portia, why you stop walking? And I said, what you trying to
Get
say? Is my face fat? Is my face getting fat? Like, what are you trying to say? Like, I
they
would
can
rather
tell.
you say that. Say that.
I was like,
Don't
that
ask
was
me
nice
why I
to
stopped walking. Ask me why my face is
Exactly.
fat.
Oh man! And happy birthday to you, man. You look. I saw the photo you posted. You look gorgeous on your birthday. Happy birthday!
Thank you.
I hope you lit the city up. I really do.
She didn't.
Thank
And don't be
you.
encouraging her to do that because
I did safely. I kept it chill. I was just telling Portia, my friends, they celebrated me when I went up north. So that was the bulk of my celebration on my birthday. I did something small. I did dinner, and then I went and got a massage. Like, I was just more so mentally just in a state of gratitude, a state of peace. That was kind of my vibe. I ain't need the corona vibes this year.
Okay, walk me through before we get into your report. Walk me through the process of the massage during COVID.
Don't walk me through it, but go ahead.
It was really the same. I wore a mask the whole time, and you know, your face is down because you know I laid on my stomach. So majority of the massage was just that, and then she wore a mask too. I could tell she got out of breath though at some points, and I felt bad, but I was just like, it feel good, so don't stop. But she kept going because you know. But
What she have on her hands? Did she have anything on her hands or no?
but she washed her hands before she came in. I didn't know that.
I think that would be my main issue. Letting them touch me, like with bare hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how you fix it.
You think
so I just
gloves
have
would
to
do
go.
it though?
I don't know. I don't want you to. I don't want.
I mean, I
nobody
did go home
outside
and
of-
shower before going to sleep, so you know.
I don't know.
What?
I just.
Portia
still
just
think
working.
COVID-
Portia working out all her issues, boy. Running, touching.
I know. Listen, even when we like go through drive-throughs, like I go to Panera a lot and
Okay.
I'm out. So that's pretty much the extent of where I'll go. But if they touch me when they give me my change back or my card back, I have issues immediately. I'm, you know, I gotta get the. I keep sanitizing my car, so immediately I'll be like, oh, like you don't have to touch me.
Right.
Issues, I know. My bad.
Yeah.
I think this whole pandemic has taught like how unsanitary America was prior to all of this happened. Like I was reading a tweet and people were saying how, you know, they spray your bowling shoes because you share bowling shoes with other people. And so they sanitize your bowling shoes, but they don't ever spray the inside of the bowling ball that you put in your finger in to bowl that you've probably shared with hundreds, if not thousands of people. And I thought about that like, wow.
Yeah.
Y'all do, now y'all doing
So
too
now
much.
I can't even go bowling no more. That ruined the whole, that was like Final Destination for me.
Yeah.
Y'all doing too
Yeah,
much.
bowling has never been one of my favorite things to do, activities, sports, and whatnot. And that was one of the reasons. Like, you got to put your fingers in the holes that everybody else had their fingers in.
Y'all y'all
Ugh.
really doing too much. It's a hole. Jesus, you know what? I ain't taking the two of y'all nowhere. You know what? I know what, Tr. Now I understand why when I took Portia to the club, why she sat at the end of the couch like this, like don't touch me. Get your own. I understand now. You
It's a
are you
real
a
thing.
germaphobe?
I
You a
am. It's a real
germaphobe?
thing, and I have to
You are?
work through it. It's a real thing, Romeo. And if I'm not careful, it's
Yeah.
just terrible. It's terrible. Anyway, let's get into your report. We got guests coming up at
We
8:30.
got guests coming up soon. Yep. So let's go ahead and let's talk, y'all. I haven't talked to y'all. Quick story we're gonna start off with is a brief mention again of Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff, who are the projected winners. So yeah, Raphael Warnock has already emerged victorious. We're still waiting for the final results for Ossoff versus Perdue, but it's looking like it's going to go in the Democratic favor. As of Monday, Georgia had already had 3 million voter turnout. So that's about 40% of registered voters had voted early. I voted yesterday. I think, Romeo, I saw your post. Did you vote yesterday? So a lot of us
Yeah.
showed
I
up
was.
yesterday and sealed the deal. So a lot of people showed out. I was looking at the what is it called? The demographics and the audience that actually went out and voted, and it said that Black men, Black women, even young Asians really got out there. So it's been a very diverse crowd, which is very new for the state of Georgia, who is known to be notoriously, a Republican red state. But now with so many of us living here, moving here, staying here, occupying space, we're making our voices heard, and it's showing up in the polls, and it's showing up in the elections, and it's going to show up in the Senate, and it's going to show up in the vice president and everything else. So it's exciting.
I like it. I'm very interested in which way this new world goes. I like it.
Yeah. And also shout out, I would be remiss to not speak of my Spelman sister, Stacey Abrams, who
Hey,
did her
Stacey.
thing yet again. I saw another tweet yesterday that was like, when Stacey didn't win, she decided to spin the block and go crazy. So I really think that she's doing that right now because she is dominating in all area of politics. Somebody said they just need to ask her what she wants to be, and they need to give her whatever role she asks for at this point.
Yep.
Yep.
Hallelujah. All right, Raphael, congratulations. Woo,
Mhm.
woo. Yeah.
All right. Moving into some entertainment news. Did y'all hear about Dr. Dre last night?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
Mhm.
had, so I am so team ex-wife or girlfriend or whatever, especially in this case. And the thought that ran across my mind was, like, dang, well, are they divorced yet? Because if they're not divorced yet, she get that money.
Yeah, she gets everything.
That's so
Man,
wrong.
not.
That's so wrong. I know. But I'm happy to see that he pulled through. They said that he was, alert.
Mhm.
He's lucid. He's awake. So kudos
come
and
on, man.
congratulations and prayers out to his family. Make sure that he's well taken care of. He's at Cedar Sinai out there in
Yep.
Beverly in LA, so he's in the
Mhm.
best hands.
Yep.
Hey,
So
the first thing that popped up in my head was, damn, 2020. You know how you got
I
that
know,
girlfriend or
Iris.
boyfriend that just won't leave. Like, you got that girlfriend or boyfriend that won't leave. I was like, damn, 2020, you trying to get back in the game, ain't you? God,
Mhm.
don't take
They
It was
Dr.
a
going
Dre.
in
lot.
on me.
Yeah,
They
not
going in
Dr.
on me
Dre,
on
just a couple
Facebook.
of
They talk
uh-huh.
about I'm janky and really Portia. I know, my bad. I just want her to get her money.
I do wonder though, when situations change and things happen and you have those near death experiences, is she gonna
If he
be a
got
little
to change
bit,
her.
yeah. Do you think she's gonna be, I don't know.
I'm thinking of him having a change of heart. I don't know.
Mm,
I don't know. Hopefully, before they got married, they developed a friendship. And if they didn't, hopefully during their marriage, they developed some type of friendship where they can just kind of be like, okay, war of the roses or war, the war is over. So
right,
I'm sorry.
right. Yeah.
Well,
So he did suffer, a brain aneurysm last night. He says he's doing better. He did issue a statement saying, "Thanks to my family, friends, and fans for their interest and well wishes. I'm doing great and getting excellent care from my medical team. I'll be out of the hospital and back home soon. Shout out to all the great medical professionals at Cedars. One love."
okay.
Yeah. D says a possible marriage reunion for those two. Health scares often do change things. Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yeah, they can't.
Health, health scare, toe scare, scary movie. I'm still not giving you 20 million a month. That still ain't happening. So
It's on not 20. It was only 2.
It's two.
2, 20,
Only
Two
2.
times
same thing.
12 is 24. 24 million a year. He can do that.
I mean, he sold Beats by Dre to Apple for $3 billion. So who's
He didn't get
counting?
all of it. Is that a hater? That's a hater. He didn't get all of it though. That wasn't all here.
He didn't get all his $3 billion. He might have got half, but I mean, whatever.
Not messing with y'all.
What else we got?
So yeah, in other entertainment news, the Grammys have been rescheduled. Normally the Grammys take place like these either end of January or early February. But this time it has been postponed till March the 14th due to the deteriorating COVID situation in Los Angeles, with hospital services being overwhelmed, ICUs haven't reached capacity. New guidance from state and local governments have all led us to conclude that postponing our show was the right thing to do. The executive producer says that we want to thank all the talented artists, the staff, the vendors, and especially this year's nominees, and willingness to work through these unprecedented times. But as of right now, we have had to make this unfortunate decision to postpone. So,
Well, I don't
mean,
know
I'm
how
not.
unfortunate it is.
Yeah,
It's just necessary.
mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm not expecting 2021. Is anybody expecting 2021 to like just kick back into normal? I'm not expecting normal life until 2022. Like I'm cool with the way things are. 20 I don't think it's going to be a cultural change when it comes to like concerts and all the stuff that we used to go to. I think what would be interesting is the first person who tries it. Will it be a Coachella? Will it be a BET weekend? Somebody's gonna try it first, but nobody wants to try it first. So
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm cool with the way
Especially out in
things
LA.
are. Right.
Yeah, this was the year going into it. And I don't know if you can say this to Portia, but as Capricorns and having a birthday early in the year, I feel like you think about your whole year for your birthday, because it's like, for me, I know my birthday is over now. So only thing I have left to look forward to is the year, because my birthday is next year. So I kind of relinquished all the expectancy that I had for like the first time in my life, because I'm such a planner. And I'm like, I'm just going to make this year the best year that I can make it possibly. And everything else is just going to fall into place.
Hmm.
Am I there?
Agreed.
Okay, something's
Agreed.
going on. I don't know. I'm here, but everything stopped for me.
It's freezing?
We still live? Okay.
Yeah, we're still alive. I was about to
Um,
say, what are you? But
Something's
nah,
going on with our connection. Please excuse the technical difficulties. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but I think we're back. We're all back.
Mhm.
Ours are yours. I see y'all fine. Good morning, everybody. It's
I don't think
8:30
it's mine.
a.m.
I'm looking at
Uh,
Facebook
I
and
don't
I'm
know
the
what's
only one that's
happening.
not frozen. So
yeah,
I
I'm
don't know.
good on mine. But nah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Tr. I'm while Miss Portia Monique is figuring that out, I'm with you, Tr. I'm like I said, in 2021
Hmm.
is going to be the same as 2020. You know, all the craziness. I'm all for masks. I'm all for driving concerts. Uh, you know, it'd be now. What'd be interesting
I don't.
is if I think the only major change, and I can only speak for Atlanta, if they shut down Atlanta. Now, if they shut down Atlanta, that will be the statement. That will be the statement.
If they shut
They
down
all
Atlanta,
can.
what, Romeo?
That would be a major statement to all the other major cities because people still look at L.A., New York. It's always L.A., New York, Atlanta. That's how they look at it, and
Yeah.
we're the only person. We're it. We're just still going. So if Ossoff Warnock come in and they partner up with Keisha Lance Bottom, they say, "Hey, we about to just end this right now." That will be the determining factor on whether or not uh, people can survive 2021. That right there.
That'll be
Because
the
who's going back
determining
to the
factor on what, Romeo?
if people can survive 2021? Because we're what I'm
Okay.
saying. You said it last conversation. People have been, which is weird. People have been more effective working from home. People who normally go to the office have been more effective with working from home. So do I really need my office? Uh, yeah, the nightlife industry in Atlanta, the restaurant industry in Atlanta has been major. But what did we say yesterday? It was one out of every five people, every fifth person, uh, right now contracting COVID. You know, I'm all for the new world. I've accepted the new world order. I'm in.
Okay, y'all. Romeo, I'm hearing every other word. I can't hear you. I don't know why. I think I'm just turning my Facebook on because I'm trying to hear and I can't. Anyway, I
I
know we
see the
got
both of you
guests.
guys. I see the both of you guys fine and perfectly. I hear y'all perfectly.
You can hear us perfectly. TR, what about you?
I
I tried
Yeah,
to go
she looked
in and
like she's
out
going
to
through a
see if that
phase.
would help, but it didn't.
Okay. So, producer, just tell us what we need to do because we know we have guests coming up, and each other is a little challenging at the moment.
Hmm.
yeah,
Um,
and just
that's on our end. Okay, okay. I'm sorry, Iris and D. Hey
Good
y'all. Good
morning.
morning. How y'all feeling today? Happy New
Good
Year.
morning. Happy New
Good
Year.
morning. Happy New Year.
Good morning.
Who do we have with us today?
We have
Well, let
Mr. Dr.
We got.
Michael Wolf and Miss Lucian Olson.
Okay.
Can,
Welcome to the Rolling
can,
Out AM wake up call, guys. We are excited to
Good
have you here
morning.
today. Good morning.
Excited to be here.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pass the ball over to either Don or Shay, and y'all can take it from there.
okay. Can, can you hear
We can
me?
hear
It's
you, Don.
silent.
We can hear you, Shay. No, we can hear you. I can hear you. Everybody's on Facebook saying, good morning. Iris said, good morning, Shay and Dawn, and guest. Uh, yes.
Well,
Take it
woo, are we
away.
glad 2020 is a close? Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
All right, we
absolutely.
good? All right. Okay, jumping into this
Okay,
new
it's back.
format.
It's back.
Echo
Yes.
Let Flow is back. We took some time off.
for a couple weeks to close out the new year, and we're coming back strong this morning for Wellness Wednesday. We have Dr. Michael Wolf, who has gone through a transformational 2020 by losing an entire person and a 110-pound weight loss with his dope-ass super trainer extraordinaire, Miss Lucianne Olson. And so we wanted to bring them on to get everybody jump-started into how do you truly transform from the inside out. So that's why we brought on these two dynamic individuals to talk about that today.
Hey, I'm glad that our guests are here. I really am. But before we begin, Don and Shay, I love y'all. Don't leave me again. Don't be leaving me by myself with these people. Look, I need y'all in my life. That ain't fair. That was not fair. Leaving me with these people. Don't do that. All right, I just wanted to say
We
that.
won't do
Okay,
it again.
All right, back to the great guest. Okay.
All right, well, let's jump right into it. Yes, happy Wellness Wednesday. So we're so excited to see you guys here. Dr. Wolf, it was great to watch your journey. Lucianne, you did an awesome job. That was amazing transition. 110 pounds total, correct? Lost so far?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes. Bravo. So first question is, what was the pivotal point that launched your journey and how did you connect with Lucianne?
The pivotal point was for me really just becoming honest with myself, realizing that a change needed to be made. And with that change really was more where that journey really started. It came before meeting Coach Lucy, became before anything. I had suffered from cancer. I was suffering from a lot of pain. I was pushing 400 pounds and it was a very, very rough situation. So I had to get ready to do something. It had to be something. And so through a mutual friend, met Lucy as a referral, and the rest is history.
And here you guys are. And it's been a year now or a little over a year?
It's been just over a year. And it started, really the journey started in September of 2019. I hit 100-pound mark in May of 2020, and then been able to keep it off and just incrementally losing and reshaping my body and improving my health.
Lucianne, I want to ask, was it something special about Michael and your connection?
Yes.
Because this is remarkable. I mean, do you get a Dr. Michael Wolf is every client? Because I think he's special.
That's a good question. Dr. Wolf is definitely special. And one of the things that we talked about when we first met was that when you work with a trainer or a coach of any kind, but especially someone in health and wellness, it's a relationship. So just as much as he believes in me, I need to believe in him. I need to understand his philosophies. He needs to understand mine. So while I don't get every person that is a Dr. Wolf, I think a lot of people that come to me might know that is the kind of work that they're in store for. So like Michael is talking about, having to kind of be like this pivotal point. And really, he had to be open enough to receive all of these different lanes of health. So I didn't give him a magic meal plan. I didn't give him a magic workout. We didn't sit down. I didn't tell him this is what you're going to do. We just started right where he was at. And so like any relationship, you have to have trust both ways. And so to get to where we are now, I'm just so grateful that he trusted me and was willing to keep putting one foot in front of the other, because we're definitely not done.
Oh, it's just really getting started, right, Michael?
Absolutely. Journey, it's a journey. It definitely isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. And, there's a lot of key principles that I'm sure that we'll get into here, with the limited amount of time. But, the biggest thing I have with Lucy is a trust and just, learning the process, but showing up and being part of the process. So.
That's great. So question to both of you, because Lucianne's my trainer too, and I've had her for 6 years, and it's such an investment to invest back into your own health. And so how important is it for you, Michael, that you invested, but also Lucy, that you invested time back into him in this journey?
So I'd like to just expand a little bit on that, but for me, it was really 2 points. One of it was the obvious health benefits, and being able to, quantify those is very easy, but making that investment out of the box, right? Because we're talking about keeping it real, is financial. For me personally, paying somebody else to do something other than paying for a gym membership or whatever, which I tried years and years of. January, get that $35, $50 a month membership. And then it by February, I'm done. I'm gone. Right. So that is lost money. And then I got to try to figure out some way to get out of this 1-year contract. But the mental transformation and the investment came when I started to sit down and look at the spreadsheet that said, hey, it costs a lot of money to be big. You have to buy, a pair of pants for the average person. I could go to Fleet Farm, get a pair of jeans, but those same working jeans cost $50 at the big and tall store, right? The food that you're eating, fast food, is very expensive. So there's a lot of really financial things where I had to say, for me, although I know Lucy is a dope trainer, but before we got to that point, I also gave myself an out to say, like, this is a financial investment because there's a lot of benefits, long-term benefits to this relationship. And so being able to make that investment in myself was of the utmost importance once I started unlocking some of the keys, like, oh, it actually cost me more to be bigger. And plus I'm in pain and suffering. And just to get that physical activity where, starting very slow and gradually building towards that. And I'll turn it over to Lucy, because, it takes me more than 15 minutes to get through one story. So.
Same. And while Michael's talking, it just reminds me that, like, there's obviously a financial investment with all of this, right? But it's definitely what you put into it as well. So I think it's really easy for a lot of us to say, oh, okay, I'm going to go join a gym membership, or I'm going to sign up for this class. But it's what you're doing outside of that. So while his financial investment was high, his time investment was much higher. So, we were doing work in the gym, but the things that were required of him, or the things that I was asking him to look at, the things I was asking him to approach within himself outside of the gym, that was where that investment still really lies. And I think that's a big piece that a lot of people miss. We're running too fast past the things that we're successful with. We're not recognizing our wins. And then there's also no one to keep us accountable when life inevitably happens. The best plan is the plan that can pivot with you. So regardless, life is going to happen. And to have someone on your shoulder that you can kind of rely on or tap into, myself, from working with various people with different backgrounds, really trying to meet an individual where they are. I might not have the exact solution for Michael, but I can definitely guide him there in a way that is suitable for him, not for everyone, or to make a blanket.
Mike, I got a question, because you said something that piqued my interest. You said the physical part, and like, for example, I know Don is a run, and I run, and I know mentally it starts off mentally. You have to tell yourself, I can do this, but it switches physically. Like, physically, once you get into it, your body will start telling you, hey man, you need to wake up, or hey, ain't we supposed to be working out today, or ain't we supposed to be, like, your body will start talking to you. When did you know the shift between your mental motivation and then your body saying, hey man, what we doing today? Now.
Yeah. If I heard that correctly, it was, people talk about it's, losing weight and all this stuff, but they don't really address the mental transformation. And I think for me, Michael, it was literally arranging a schedule where I could show up, literally show up. That is it. I showed up, and I had a coach, an accountability partner, someone that actually took me through the process. Because I'm going to tell you what, I've told her before, I would not have done this or been able to do it if Lucy wasn't there, and how Lucy trains, and the intelligence and the knowledge that she brings to every single session, the psychological aspects that she was programming into me from day one, actually didn't really kick in. I have a lot of pieces of paper that shows I've been to a lot of classes, But the reality of it is
Right.
you still as an individual have to transform your brain and your mind before you can actually do anything, and you have to be ready for it. Like I showed up, Lucy, tell no lies, my whole exercise routine was pedaling on the stationary bike for 15 minutes, and I was beating my chest like, now keep in mind we are in a gym full of beefcake, and I don't know what the female version of it, Lucy is a female version of beefcake, but these dudes and dudettes had more muscles than I had in my entire life, and I'm walking around in the Kmart T-shirt with a Taco Bell stain on my thigh from driving over, and I'm just showing up. But I had to get past all the mental anguish that we self-impose just to show up. But once I showed up, having that coach, that partner, that accountability person is really where me, Michael, was able to continue to be successful and running, man. I pray to God the one day where I can jog, right? Where I can actually get down there. So that's my story, just showing up mentally, being prepared and allocating the time and the desire to show up. The rest, that's where your coach kicks in.
Right.
Well,
Lucian, I have a question. I have a question, Lucian. Going for other people watching this and ready to make this change, what is the biggest mindset change that they needed to implement to stay motivated? So I know everyone has, their, resolutions and their goals, but what is the biggest mindset they can do like Michael did to get ready for this journey?
I think you just have to be open and you have to be willing to do something every day. And so what something is does not have to be a crazy workout. It doesn't have to be a meal plan, but it's got to be something. It's got to be something little every day. And so another thing that Michael said is like that mindset piece, whatever you build in the gym, that mindset transfers to your real life. That transfers to your work. That transfers to your personal relationships. That transfers to your use on social media. You got to start somewhere. And so a lot of people, I feel this inclination to really speak to a group of people that might have not been in the fitness world yet. When I look at the fitness world now, if you are not somebody that has already experienced or had your foot in the door, I can't imagine how terrifying that would be. Fitness
Right.
is everything right now. And what we talk about health and wellness being is like really a trend right now. And it's scary to think about like jumping in as a beginner. But I think really just committing to doing something every day and putting yourself around the people or in the spaces around other people that are doing the same thing, it's contagious. So while I might not be a direct source of inspiration for Michael every single time, I've connected him to a couple of communities, whether it's my community, the community here at the gym, and then there's ways that you continuously tap into that.
Nice.
So you two and Michael have been inspiring a whole bunch of people by showing up every day, right? So tell us about this dope new collaboration that you and Michael are embarking on in 2021 to continue to inspire people who want the same results or just really understand what he did. How does it happen? So tell us more about that.
This is so exciting, and I'm so excited that we've gotten to a place. I don't know that I could have ever dreamed that we would be doing this now together or that this is created, but we are going to be launching a coaching program. Michael's journey has been very unique, but it is so valuable because when you're really present in the work that you're doing, and you're aware of the wins, you're aware of the obstacles that you've had in front of you, that experience is value that you can bring to somebody else. So while certifications are great and having a health and wellness background is great, Michael's experience qualifies him. It puts him in a different arena. So for someone that used to live with chronic pain and think that it was normal and take over the counters every day because it was just a way of life, and now is living day to day pain free, mobile, he's moving around, he's doing things that he hasn't done in years. Like that is something that now we get to offer to other people. And so with this coaching program, it's going to be a transformational coaching program where you have these coaches. So now you have access to me, you have access to Michael, but more specifically, you have a plan. So you have a plan, and a lot of times what gets lost with these plans is that you don't have anybody to check in with you in the meantime. So you get this workout plan or you get this diet plan, and you're supposed to just go run and do it. And God forbid, when that obstacle comes up that is going to come up, you're supposed to just know how to navigate it yourself and keep pushing through. And we're going to set up a program that helps people really connect to their journey. Michael can walk you through. He can really problem solve with you. He can coach and bring you to that next level that we know is necessary for that optimal health and wellness.
I love it, man. Real talk. Like as a guy, let me tell you something, sir. As a guy, well, I've been on my fit game for a while, but for you to recognize like her talent and what she could bring to the table for you and accept it, that's big. Cause Luce, I know you probably know this. Like even as a woman, even though you're a strong black woman, you know a lot of men don't take direction well at all. It's our fault. We don't.
Right.
But first of all, y'all, Jay, Don, y'all didn't have to agree. But no, for you to be able to give direction and there's a complete follow through, man. I love it. I went in Atlanta. Damn.
Teach them, Michael. Teach all the men. Teach them,
All right,
Michael.
So, although I will promise you that I'm probably not going to answer the specific question, only because I will say this is that I had it all boiled down to first respect. I interviewed her and I got a chance to know her enough to know that she had my back. And the other thing I will say, this is very critical about me, is that I've been through enough. I've lived in it many years, although there's a lot of gray hairs up here. But I also did not want to have a ready-made plan and somebody barking at me like, dude, 50 more push-ups. It's like, nah, boo, we got to start a little bit softer, a little bit, I'm a doughboy. I'm coming from the outside, right? You fitness brothers can do pull-ups and all that and do flips over me. And it's not just gender indifferent, but the one thing that I think that taking direction from a female, if you will, if that was the core of that question, is just really getting down to the human level and being able to understand the value that a human being brings to the table. And so I was all about me making my time, because this is something that was important to me and I had to do. So it didn't care if you were a Martian, if you were whatever, and I will defend you to the very end. And Lucy knows this, is that, I'm in a fraternity. I run with a lot of guys. I have a history, and I'm defending her left and right. Like, I'm swatting at these brothers. Like, no, she's my trainer, and she is much like my daughter. And I respect her so much that I defend her to the T. So I don't know where your question was, sir, but I do know that taking direction from a female. But let me say this. Homegirl is strong as heck. So don't let that confuse you either. She got all the nice, she got the glasses on, she got the V-neck cardigan and all that stuff. Homegirl is buff, okay? She's out bench pressing me.
Right.
I look at these videos and I'm pulling like 10 weights, and she like goes to the bar and puts 45s on it going up and down. So, it's much love, much respect. But, if that was the core of your question, hopefully I answered it.
Important thing that I can say is we're talking a lot about like the fitness piece of health and wellness, but this is Wellness Wednesday. So I think a large part of what this coaching program is also going to do and allow us to show people is that even with the most perfect workout plan, even when you get the perfect body, like the most perfect body, whatever you see that being, if your relationships are messed up, if your head is messed up, if you're taking in garbage information, if you're not getting good sleep, if you're not nourishing there are so many other much more important variables that we need to harness, that not just to look good or to move well, but literally just to be great human beings and to also give that energy and that light to the people around us. And so many people don't know what that feels like, to live without pain and to live with energy every day and wake up with clarity and purpose. And so this is a part of that, is just getting to know you. And it's not for the weak-hearted, we'll say that.
No, working out with you is a whole nother level.
That's
I feel your pain, Michael. I feel your pain. But I love what you said, Michael, that, there is a big age gap, and there is, like, what could she teach me? But you realized her knowledge that she brought to the table, and vice versa. Lucy always tells me what she learned from you, which I think says so much about your relationship. And it says a lot that this Black man can take direction from this younger Black woman, but you both are learning at the same time through this journey. I think that's just the biggest lesson and blessing of it all, that it is, like you said, it's not a race, it is a marathon, and that everyone is learning along this about how to live well, how to be healthy, and love yourself during this time. And you didn't, I watched you, bravo. I saw you in the gym. I saw you the first time pedaling, and you were so friendly. And now I see you, so bravo to you during this time, because it's not easy. I've been there with her. I didn't lose 100 pounds, but she's taking me to another level that the weights you kind of want to throw at her some days. So, but she knows what she's doing, and you have to, be open-minded to this journey. So great job to both of you.
So tell us, when does
Thank
the
you,
program
Kelly.
start? How can you be contacted? Give us all the details on how, what, when, where, and how, so people can join
Yes.
this dope ass movement, so they can be
I'm
transformed.
going to
as
defer to
well.
Lucy on
2020.
that one. So
Okay.
she's the
All good.
CEO of Revival Training, so I got to defer to the boss.
Starting February 1st, the coaching program will launch. And so
Yay.
you can contact myself or Michael and let us know that you're interested. Again, just like I meet Michael where he's at, like, this is what this coaching program is going to do as well. We're not looking to give anybody a magic recipe. It's really going to come down to getting to know, is this a right fit? So just like, is this a right fit for us? Are we a right fit for you? And then we get started, and meeting you where you're at is genuinely doing that. So if that means for a person that's not even coming into the gym yet and we're just working on mindset shifts, that's what we're doing. If you're coming in to do a full strength training workout, great.
I'm scared.
Romeo,
Are you joining? Are you going to join, Romeo?
Come on, Romeo. You know you want to.
Right, Romeo.
What?
Let's go.
First,
Let
well,
go, let
first of all,
flow. Let go, let flow.
yeah, but after what the doc said, I'm scared. If she pulling 45s out, hey, I can wait. I'll wait.
That's the beginning.
I'm just.
Why are you
on
rubbing your
calisthenics.
chest?
Because it's the way he
Lucy,
said it.
will this information be on your website?
It will. It will be on
Can you share what your
and then it
website
will-
is?
Yes, it's www.reviveyourlight.com. And if you go to also lucianneolson.com, it will bring you to my website.
Perfect. There you
Yeah.
go.
And shout out to everybody on Facebook. They really love your
Yes.
story.
Yes.
And they are
Yeah.
this information. So
Man,
I'm reading it too,
wish we
Romeo.
had more time, because Michael's story is truly incredible. And the amount of time that he did it's like, when we
Right.
started, Michael came to me and sat down and was like, listen, you got a year. I want to lose 50 pounds. So let me know what I need to do, but I'm not coming in the gym. That's where we
You're
started.
Yeah,
serious.
you have to know yourself.
And health
that's
is
literally
wealth.
where we started. And 6 months later, he had already surpassed that goal almost times 2.
Right.
Not by a
Yes.
crazy diet or anything either. So like, his story is so incredible, and he just continues to take that next step and step into whatever this next part of greatness is, which is admirable, to say the least.
Yes. I remember that day, Lucy. I came in and you were like, you will not believe this. Michael's lost 100 pounds. I was like, didn't he just start? She's like, yeah. So you killed it. You killed it. You're inspiration
that's
to
why-
all, Michael.
Yeah, that's why I always defer back to Michael, because it's like, I preached a lot of things in his ear, but at the end of the day, go do the damn work. He had to be uncomfortable.
Michael.
He had to run into a couple walls and that takes a lot of courage.
Right.
A lot of
Michael,
wins
do you
along
have
the
any
way.
closing thoughts? You have any closing thoughts, Dr. Wolf?
I guess my final thought would be for anyone that is, and I really am not a pessimist. I'm an optimist. But if you're suffering or you are overweight, you're struggling with different things, realistically, what you do something for yourself. And I think do something little to start, but understand and try to get started and truly invest in yourself. I think that is the biggest win that anyone can have, is just to get started and believe in themselves. And there are many days where I wanted to quit, but I just showed up. And so I just pray and hope that anybody that, touches their heart, gets started.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the key thing. You showed up for yourself. You showed up for yourself. Well, this was amazing, y'all. What a great way to start 2021, right? Where it's like you said, we're going to be optimistic this year. Everything is positivity for sure. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Michael Wolf and Lucian Olson, for joining us on Rolling Out's AM show, Wake Up AM show, with Let Go, Let Flow with Don and Shay. And as always, inhale the positive, exhale the negative, and we will see y'all next week, same time. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you so much.
Man.
Happy New Year, you
Dr.
guys.
Wolf, you look like Dr. Wolf. You look like you used to have an R&B album. I just wanted to say that you look like you used to have an R&B album. I'll throw that out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
He maybe did.
He
Yes.
did. Like 93, 94.
He might have.
Michael Wolf, Dr. Wolf is a Renaissance man, so we wouldn't be
Right.
surprised.
Right.
An amazing story. So thank you so much.
Oh, goodness.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Have a great one.
You as well.
Oh man, they got 40 minutes. Let's go. Hey man, let me tell y'all something, man. That was so dope, man. Rolling Out AM Wake Up. It is 9:03 a.m. in the morning, man. The ladies of Let Go, Let Flow, Dawn and Shay. I love them. We gotta have more of them. And their stories are great. This man's journey is great. The trainer is great. All you gotta do is get there. That's out of that entire conversation. Like, all you have to do is just get there and figure out the rest when you actually get there, right? So it helps you not have to put any pressures on there. That's why I be on Portia Monique's ass all the time, because Portia Monique, what she'll do is, I don't got a Peloton, and I don't like the cold, and I don't this so-and-so. And all I'm trying to do is just tell her to get there and figure it out when she get there.
Listen.
But good morning, Rolling Out AM.
Listen, give me what I need to do the work that I need to do, and I'm in there. Give me my Peloton and watch me go to work. At Peloton. That's
Sound
what
like
I'm saying.
sponsor.
But that
You
was a
going
great
for
conversation.
sponsorship. Hey, 100 pounds in 6 months? Come on, man.
Ooh.
Come on.
I want to lose 100
That's
pounds.
discipline. If I lose
Hey,
100
say that-
pounds,
Yeah, I don't want to lose 100 pounds, y'all. I don't even think I want to lose 50 pounds. I don't.
Okay. So what's the goal? You got to have a goal. You just can't get a Peloton and not have a goal.
I think we put too much emphasis on the scale.
On the number, yeah.
And
the
I
number.
think it needs to be more so like, what's a goal in terms of figure and how you want to look should be more important.
Well,
if you're not
throw this
over
back at, as a fitness person, I'm gonna throw this back at y'all. There has to be a number. Like if you're trying to set, it has to be a number.
That was,
but don't you
discipline.
think that if you say 150, doesn't 150 look different on different people based off of their?
Yes, it does. And I remember, so I've always turned it on, turned it off in terms of working out. Sometimes I would go really extreme, and there were points in time where I was doing 2-a-days, working full time in grad school, still got the kids, single mama, and I didn't give a damn because I would go to work. They had a workout facility at work. I would work out at work. I would come home for lunch. I would work out at home and then go pick up the kid. Like, I was really extreme with it. And I looked like it. Like, my head was big. And you know how you got your friends and they be like, nah, bitch, that's enough. Like, you can stop working out. And I'm like, y'all just hating now. Da, da, da. I look back at those pictures and my head was big as hell. So to your point, Tiara, yes, 150 pounds it looks completely different on different people. I was probably like 140 at that time, but my head was like huge on this little frame body. It looked terrible. But at the time, you couldn't tell me nothing. All right.
It was you.
It was huge. It looked terrible. And looking back at the pictures, I was like, maybe they wasn't hating. Maybe they wasn't hating.
They were just helping.
They were helping. They were helping. I was extreme. So I can admit, I can be an extremist sometimes. I go real extreme. Real extreme, real quick.
I will argue with anybody. If you do not set a goal, then you are playing. If you don't set a goal or a target, you're playing. You're playing with your health. You're playing with your health.
Yeah. You're right, Ramya. I like the way that you are structured with everything that you do. I like it. We can learn from it.
Oh, thank you.
Look at kindness and transparency and shout outs.
Look,
21.
Portia Monique trying to get that Peloton sponsorship. She on the roll right now.
Peloton.
Portia Monique Peloton.
Yes, Peloton. I'm waiting on the ad to come on my phone. You know how you speaking on your phone, like it's not listening. And then all of a sudden, you be like, Peloton.
Wait a minute. When did I?
You know what's so crazy? I know TR got to move on to a report. But speaking of what you just said, isn't it amazing? Like right after the election, all of the random ads stopped, the text messages stopped, the emails stopped. They not knocking on your door no more. Like they
called me last night at 6:00, and when I said I voted, after that, nothing.
Nothing else.
She called me. She said, "Look, I just need to know," and I'm like, "Who is this?" And after I told her, huh?
What she said? Who you calling? Like, fix it.
She called me at 6:00. I'm like, "Look, I voted. Yes, I voted today."
You remember, Portia, you remember how yesterday we was joking about we got to find out how they do their campaign and their promotion? This is no lie, I had an Instagram model DM me yesterday, random. Hey, did you vote? And if you did vote, can you tell me your zip code and the name you voted under so we can count you as a voter? This is a real person that I know. So I was like, why are you not judging? I was like, well, why are you DMing me? Oh, they reached out to Ossoff and Warnock reached out to model influencers, whatever, to get this is genius. They reached out to model influencers to get their followers to vote.
Yeah. They reached out to everybody. You saw the concerts they had. Jeezy, Ludacris did a remix. Move, Mitch, get out the way. They
listen. So that is a clear indication that they wanted it by any means necessary. Like, let's just be creative. Let's be innovative. Let's just push the boundaries. Let's do what we need to do to win. I love it. What we got to do to win? I'm on a winning team.
Period.
Let's get him out.
Yeah, like my girlfriend, she my girlfriend now, y'all. I done interviewed her twice. She my girlfriend now. But Jacqueline Carr, like she said, it's your winning season. It's your winning season. Like, claim it. So whatever we got to do, it's our winning season. Don't get me to
Yep. And
start
what's
singing
for
my
you
Michael
can't
Ross.
no man, can't no president, can't no party. Period.
None. Period.
Breathe.
It's your winning season. Don't play with me. Okay, go ahead.
Claim it. I did have one last story, y'all, real quick before we move on to our next segment. I did find this to be important. I'm gonna share this and a little Black history fact. And yeah, so last night, a lot was going on Twitter. I saw the Dr. Dre story in the entertainment sector, but also Kanye and Kim. There are rumors circulating that it's a wrap after 6 years, almost 7 years of being married. A source close to them says that they've been in marriage counseling for a while. Marriage counseling is not working out. We've seen the antics publicly of things going on with Kanye and his reaction to things within their own marriage. Kim posted that she was excited that Biden won when her own husband had ran for president. So you can obviously see that there is some rift in their relationship. And now it looks like it might be over after 7 years and 4 kids.
So mental health takes a toll. Like, the whole relationship, of course, Kanye has a very public battle with bipolarism. He's been diagnosed as having bipolar, as being bipolar, and sometimes dealing with a mentally challenged person, especially when they're not on their meds, is difficult. Yeah. And then you have to make a decision because now y'all got 4 kids. And you know, how are we going to interact with you living in Wyoming and us living in LA? I don't know.
And their youngest, I think North might be 7 or 8, but their youngest, he's only 1.
Somebody said, our producer said she tired of his crazy ass. I wouldn't call him crazy. I would just, once you start the meds, I think once you start the medications, you develop a dependency on them. I think. I'm not exactly sure. I've never been bipolar, but I don't want to try the meds either. Because I'm just...
Right. Yeah. He says he hates the way the medication makes him feel. And he looks at his disorder as his superpower.
They not breaking up. Because they break up, there's no more Kanye West. Now, I'm going to say this.
He was Kanye before he got with Kim.
No.
Don't do that.
Kanye got more money than Kim still.
No. He was Kanye before he got with Kim. Now, here's the thing. Without Kim, there's no Kanye West now. He integrated, think about it. He integrated into her lifestyle. They didn't like a marriage. I don't think it was a 50-50 integration because she didn't live that rapper lifestyle. She made him integrate into her and her family. Now, what's going to happen is if he leave her, keep in mind he's going to leave her. He doesn't have his in the industry. Nobody's excited about a Kanye album or a future Kanye album. People don't. Companies don't really deal with him outside of
you
Kim.
Think he will lose his Adidas deal?
I sure do. And better stay with Kim Kardashian.
I think the Yeezy brand has made too much money for Adidas to walk away from that.
Okay, now I'm telling you,
I don't know. I think the Yeezy brand is safe. Despite the antics, the Yeezy brand is still $1 billion brand without Kim Kardashian.
But she keeps him relevant. She keeps him relevant.
I don't know. I think
would agree that they
keep him relevant.
I would agree that the Kardashian family has developed a formula to stay in the mainstream media. Whatever it is that they do, whatever formula they have, whatever Kris Jenner is over there cooking up, they got it on lock. But I don't think that would erase Kanye from, his stardom.
He's a cool little artist in history. Nobody's ever gonna forget about Kanye.
Okay.
Kanye is always gonna be Kanye. Kanye also has a knack for finding a way to making it into the headlines as well. He was that way before he was even with Kim and the Kardashian
Yeah.
family. So, you know,
Okay.
Kanye will
Now,
forever
do
go
I-
down in history as being the one that marched on stage and snatched the damn microphone from Taylor Swift and
Yeah.
said, "Hold on, I'm gonna
Yeah.
let you finish, but I need to say this." So he has his own way of staying in the media. So I don't think that would be an issue. I just don't necessarily think that they're gonna break up. And it's hard to do. It's hard to leave
I think
somebody
those
that
kids are so
has
young.
mental issues. Yeah, the kids are young, but let me tell y'all something about kids. Kids are resilient, and the younger they are, if they were to break up, the better off they will be because they're not going to remember much and they're resilient.
Right.
And they
Right.
adapt. Kids adapt a lot more. Like younger kids adapt a lot more than the older kids. So I think if they are going to split, they should probably split now as opposed to waiting until the kids is teenage or whatever and they could really understand what's going on. That's just my opinion. You know, I've been through it with the little ones, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, the Kardashians have a history of breaking up. You know, Kris Jenner, she wasn't married to Robert Kardashian, and then she got with Bruce, who's now Caitlyn, and you know, she has that situation. And then, you know, Kourtney, she never married Scott. And then you have Khloe, who is back and forth with Tristan. You don't know about Kylie and Travis. You just, so, you know. Anyway, moving along for Black History.
I'm
Yeah,
laughing
Dee
because
said, go ahead.
I'm laughing because any chick that can turn a dude into a chick, oh, you a bad chick. Yeah, I don't care what you say.
If you can't beat them,
You can
join
do
them. I
that.
don't know.
I think it was a lot of competition going on in that marriage. And actually, Caitlyn is over there cute. So, Caitlyn been cute for a while. Anyway, yeah, they do have a history of breaking up. And Dee was agreeing with us that she said, not at all, KK West, love you, have your babies. That's a secure thing, but Ye will be on his own still after. Absolutely. So moving on.
Real quick, don't mean to talk about politics too much, but it is an important day in American history. January 5th, 2021. My Black History fact is about Warnock again. He's the first Black U.S. Senator of Georgia. So that's a big deal.
Go Warnock. Go Warnock. Little Black history, y'all. I'm happy he made it.
In real time, you know, hopefully this is the last year of the first. Can we have like just it be normalized?
Hey, these people about to be mad. Hey, Portia.
Yeah,
people in Georgia about to be mad, Portia.
Oh yeah. Albany ready to ride out. Augusta riding out.
What is what's the verdict on Ossoff?
They saying he got it up 16,000. He's already tweeted that he's accepted the victory. However, they have not called it. As you guys know, today is the day that the Electoral College certifies Biden as the president of the United States. And it's actually current Vice President Pence who has to actually give Biden that certification. So Trump is tweeting. He's going crazy. I just read a crazy tweet from him that says, where is it? The Republican Party, and more importantly, our country needs the presidency more than ever before. The power of the veto. Stay strong.
Yeah, go to jail. Go straight to jail. That's what he needs to do.
He said they just happened to find 50,000 ballots late last night. The USA is embarrassed by fools.
Speaking of being embarrassed, did you see your protesters, your Trump protesters out there fighting with the police in DC last night? Can somebody tweet that to Trump? Did you see him out there fighting with the police last night? And only 6 of them went to jail?
I watched that. I'm gonna tell you how disgusted I am because I got that in my report. I watched that on CNN, and I'm like, where's this peppers? Where's the rubber bullets? Where's the smoke?
Exactly.
dudes-
Exactly.
These dudes are actually fighting the police. I'm like,
They were
whoa,
fighting. They
whoa.
were fighting, and as of last night, at 9 p.m. last night, only 6 arrests had been made. Let me tell y'all something,
That's
because y'all already
crazy.
know, if that was us, if that was our community out
Mhm.
there, put
Oh
time,
They
my
would have.
God.
pepper spray,
They would have
gas,
threw the dogs
go
on us.
straight to jail.
Oh my
Stick the
God.
dogs on us.
Okay, I think we got the video.
Play
too,
that.
Rob. Let's look at the video. They were
This is
fighting the
wild.
police. Listen.
The volume on it.
This is Army guy. He got no mask.
Bro, they took their knee on his fucking face. Ugly, dog. Get the hands up. Oh, he just pulled the pin on his gas right now.
So there's a better video. Yeah.
Look at, they got that guy right there.
It looked like they closed off.
Sergeant, come here, Sergeant. Push him through. Move back. Move back. Move back. Move back. Move back. Move back. Put your hands on me.
Oh,
shit.
Oh, ain't no guns? Ain't no shooting right there? Okay. Sorry.
No,
I got
no
the
guns,
video.
no.
I got
You
the
got
actual
another video?
of them actually fighting.
Fighting. Yeah.
And I
It's
was
just
so amazed. I was literally like, oh my God. I've never seen a group of white men fighting the police, and the only thing they doing is getting pushed back. Ain't no shields, ain't no batons.
Exactly. Meanwhile, we have to have whole conversations about how they could kill us in our homes by accident and get away with it. Come on now.
And still not be charged.
Will not be charged for it.
That's still,
Ever.
hey, I am
It's
impressed.
disgusting.
I can't even lie. I can't even lie. I'm impressed.
So,
was
President Trump, you need to be
And
talking
there's
to your
bigger
people that's out there fighting the
issues.
police.
There's bigger issues to worry about. People feel like some of us didn't even get stimulus the first time or the second time. So like whatever. People are still upset about stimulus checks.
Count. I don't have nothing in mind.
People haven't gotten stimulus checks. People are still without jobs. People are still
Now getting
struggling
put out of their homes, getting put out of apartments, because they can't keep up with the rent because they don't have any means to. Like, yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, people, and it's like, did you hear yesterday there was a they intercepted saying that they were going to fly a plane into the U.S. Capitol today when all of the Electoral College went to go cast their vote today to avenge Soleimani's death. If you guys don't know, Soleimani was over out in the Middle East. That's who Trump had beef with. They sent out people to go kill him. Now that he's killed, his army wants to avenge his death, so they're sending threats to us. So now the FAA is paying major attention to the U.S. Capitol today, saying that if any plane veers off of the track, then they have the rights to shoot it down. It's ridiculous. And at the same time, while all of this is happening, people are dying, America is being threatened left to right. You have a president who is upset that he's just not going to be the president anymore. It's just some things you have to get over for the betterment of the world.
Yeah, he's upset and he's running scared because he doesn't want to go to jail. They're talking about charging him with war crimes. You know, they want to extradite him across overseas because they want to charge. Like, it's serious. So I don't know if he's gonna go to Epstein's Island and hide out, because I think that's where they go. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
But he doesn't want to leave office because I believe he has immunity while he's in office. They can't
Right.
necessarily charge him. But as soon as he's out,
Hey, Portia. Hey,
yeah.
I'm gonna be petty. Hey, that's not true, Tr. Somebody got their check. Me and Portia didn't get ours, but somebody that is behind the scenes got their check already. I'm
Right.
just saying.
Hmm.
I ain't pointing no fingers at him, even though he a producer. I ain't gonna say nothing. He got his check.
But even so, that is for what I feel like we've gone through as a country. It's really just been a slap in the face the way they've handled the whole pandemic. It's been a good luck, best of luck to you. We'll do a little some, here a little some, so you shut up. And it's like, no, we need infrastructure. We have to think about, we have a whole generation up under us. Not even just, we're young, and it's like, this is still our generation, but I'm thinking about 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds. Come on now, what kind of world are we building for them, and what are we showing them by acting this way? Because they're only going to follow in the footsteps of the people that they're watching. So if you have a 6-year-old watching the news, they gonna think they could do and say whatever they want, because the president did it.
This is gonna sound so bad. I ain't thinking about none of them. You know what I'm thinking about? My family, my inner circle, you, your family, Portia, her family, D Shields and her family. Everybody that support Romeo, that's what I'm thinking about. TJ, that's what I'm thinking about. Because, like you said, Tiara, the world is so crazy right now. It is so difficult. Like, think about this. Before, humanity used to be so open. Oh man, there's a guy on the street corner with a sign. He needs some help. Oh, there was some little kids selling water. I'm gonna buy some water. Man, the world don't went so upside down now. You got a second guess. Well, if I give him $5, am I gonna need this $5? You got to second guessing yourself now. So hey, I'm just sticking to what's in my circle and what's in my grasp right now. Outside of that, that's all I can do mentally.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
I did all I could do.
Oh,
Okay.
Think about it. Tell me how many times have y'all been driving? I don't know about Mission, but Tiara know how you been driving downtown, and you normally would help somebody out, but then you really got to be like, well, damn, I don't even know what's gonna go on next week. So it's a hesitation.
I haven't really thought about it like that, because I always feel like if I give out of my heart, then I'm always gonna reap it back in another way. So I don't really, I guess, harbor, because I feel like it's about what my heart, and God gonna bless me regardless. But I do see how, like, in society right now, this survival of the fittest, I just feel like we've come so far to be going so far backwards, if that makes sense. As a people, as a country, like, we've come this far to only come this far, and now we're going backwards. Like, we look like a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah, to touch on your earlier point, Tiara, regarding the giving part, it's a universal law. The more you give, the more you receive. We were going over this lesson with my youngest a couple days ago, and I just let him know, like, the more you give, like, it truly is the more that you receive. Like, when you look at the people who have a lot, I believe, and in my experience, one of the reasons why they have a lot is because they give a lot. So sometimes when you look at people who ain't got shit, you'd be like, oh, I understand why they don't have nothing, because they don't give. So it's a universal law. Keep giving, and it'll come back. Like, you don't necessarily know how it's going to come back, when it's going to come back, the way that it's going to come back, who it's going to come back from. Just know and believe that it's going to come back. And so you give when you can.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We gave our vote, so that need to come back.
I want my vote back.
I gave my vote back. So I better see something.
You
so
are
where we going
hilarious.
next? Oh, let me see. TJ, are we doing my report? We doing Romeo's? What we doing? So
I think
here
we're
is
doing
a
yours right now.
story. After reading about a fire that destroyed Everson family, um, um, he gave them his paycheck. Oh, that was nice. So what am I doing, TJ?
What
Am
are
I
you
still
doing?
live?
Who
What's going on?
you talking
I
to?
don't know. He put something in the chat, so I'm looking at the story. I thought he was gonna bring it up, but let's just go to my other story. I don't know what we doing.
Oh,
TJ, you gotta let
that's
us
cool.
know.
My chat not even moving. Huh. Interesting.
Your
Okay.
chat not moving? So did y'all see the story? Okay, so first off, Salt and Pepper is coming up with a biopic. It's gonna come out. I think it's coming out this month, and Lifetime is producing it. So that is Pepper from the iconic music group Salt and Pepper's here in me in effect. Want you to push it wet. Anyway, but Pepper is suing her surgeon for. She's saying that she was disfigured. So what y'all think about that?
What?
What? What? Why are you
Let me tell you
laughing?
something. Because you can't. No.
So
Like,
she said.
go ahead. No.
Let me tell y'all. So she said that she's suing her doctor over 3 botched surgeries. She said the doctor was responsible for her botched surgery and scars and misconfiguration of her body parts. She filed a lawsuit against Dr. David Saya, Sayah, for negligence after his suggested surgeries didn't help her heal properly. For the past couple of years, people have been saying that Pepper has been looking different and she's got some work done, but nobody could confirm any of the rumors. Ha! That's a lie. Anyway, in 2018, she was in a car accident that left her with lots of pain and discomfort. After a conversation with the plastic surgeon, Dr. Saya, she decided to have 3 different procedures to correct the issue, but instead of feeling and looking better, the suit claims that the procedures caused her to feel worse and than she was feeling before. So I
No.
don't know how the car accident lends itself
Did
to
they say
the
what surgery she
that-
got?
Right. I'm like, car accident and face don't. I don't know. Okay, so let me continue. So in legal docs, she said the wreck made her biopolymer injections she previously had in her butt and hips shift.
Oh, her butt.
Okay, I thought she was talking about her face. Leaving her in extreme discomfort. Pepper said she was referred to Dr. Saya in September of 2019 to help her out, and the plan was to remove the biopolymer material and butt implants to relieve her pain. They're made of biopolymer silicones made of silicone. The fact that it is injected freely into the body makes it more dangerous than implants.
So
Where
the
silicone
new
gel is
thing.
contained within the shell. That's so. Oh, okay.
So here's the thing. Because when she was getting it, she was know she was doing it. That's the thing. It's the trend now. I talked about it last week. That's the thing now. Getting snatched, going over to Mexico, getting the $3,000 work done, or now just came out yesterday. Men can get $600. Men can get penile implants.
Yeah,
Now,
Dr. Miami is running a special.
He's one the famous this is real. The famous doctor who's doing all of these women's bodies. Now men can actually get a penile implant for enlargement for $600. This is the world, man. Everybody want to stay young. Nobody want to get old.
Or everybody
So,
wants
hey.
to look. Everybody wants to look, good enough for Instagram, I guess.
Good enough for, I'm glad you said that. That's a perfect word. They want to look good enough for Instagram. Absolutely right.
All they gotta do is use some of those apps that contour and fix and shake off, and like just do that. Don't actually get the work done. Like we are literally out here dying to be beautiful, and I just don't know. I think
God,
at some point it becomes a mental issue because you see these women going out and getting surgery after surgery after surgery after surgery, and then they just don't know when to stop. Like the Instagram, the Mexican Kim Kardashian, was she the Mexican one, Romeo? Am I saying that right?
yep.
Mhm.
She was real young. She was beautiful, and she went and had another surgery that they advised her
Yeah,
against,
so
and she still did it.
people
And
get
unfortunately for her, she
addicted to
passed
it.
away.
Yeah, it definitely
That's
can become an addiction. And I mean, surgery, if you're gonna get surgery, you're just gonna get surgery. It is what it is. But at the same time, it's like, what is your why, and how far are you about to go with it? If you change something, you just change something. What is your why? And do you need to get 6 more after that? I know some people, they get their stomach done and they get their butt done and they're like, oh, I gotta do my arms, and then they gotta take more fat out the back. And it's like, no, like relax.
and then go on Instagram talking about some gym life. If you don't get the hell out of my face with that bullshit, gym life.
Right. Stop
Hey, man.
playing. Like damn well you didn't get that body in the gym. You got it in the office.
Yeah.
So stop playing.
Well, what I'll do for research is I'll go down to the doctor, and for research I'll see how that process works. I'll give him a call, and we'll figure that out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
let
we'll find.
us know. Let us know how your research works out, how your case study goes.
Okay.
Case study.
So moving on. Moving on. Sad news in the world of authors. Eric Jerome Dickey, the best-selling novelist who blended crime, romance, and eroticism. He died yesterday. Did y'all see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So his publicist at Penguin Random House, Emily Canders, told the Associated Press that the author died Sunday. Oh, they said he died Sunday. What was yesterday? Anyway, why we just finding out about it yesterday? But he died Sunday in LA after a long illness. She did not immediately provide details beyond listing 4 daughters among his survivors. Oh. Y'all read his books, didn't y'all? I know people that was like, I literally read every single last book. I probably read like 3. Like
I read like 1 or 2, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sure his stuff is gonna go up now.
I'm sure. So he was an aspiring actor, stand-up comic who began writing fiction in his mid-30s and shaped a witty, conversational, and sometimes graphic prose style. It brought him a wide readership through novels such as Sister Sister, Naughty or Nice, and through his Gideon crime fiction series, which included Sleeping with Strangers and Resurrecting Midnight. So we are definitely going to miss him.
Yeah,
go to rollingout.com to read more. It is on our site. So, sorry to hear that. That was sad news.
Rest in peace.
I don't know why my computer keeps shaking. Romeo, we can't hear you. Shit.
Nope.
My computer almost
What's going on?
I don't know. My computer almost fell into my coffee.
Romeo, where you at? We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Nope.
All type of computer issues going on. Yeah, Kim, that was sad. The family just released the news of his death yesterday, so that's why we were finding out yesterday. Girl, don't say that, D. Don't say that.
What'd she say?
D's talking about ghosts. My computer falling. We can't hear Romeo.
It's all right. Speaking of ghosts, I didn't even get to ask y'all or talk to y'all. You saw the last episode of Power?
So I did not see the last episode of Power, but
Come
shout out
on,
to
Portia.
Graham Fam again. Randy Huggins, he co-wrote that
Mhm.
episode. And
You gotta watch
extremely proud of
it.
him. Yeah, I gotta watch it.
Yeah,
What happened?
it was a amazing final episode. No, Romeo, we cannot.
What happened? So what happened in Power? No, I didn't see it.
You're not gonna watch it because I don't want to spoil it. Everybody say I spoil everything.
I don't
Okay.
care about spoiler alerts because I watch them. Oh, I was saying
It was good. So you know,
Tasha.
Tasha.
Shout out to Randy Huggins.
Shout out to him. Shout out to Randy Huggins. Shout out to Michael Rainey Jr., who plays Tariq on the show. Shout out to Natalie Houghton, who plays not Natalie Houghton. What's her name? Natalie. Something Tori. That's her name.
No,
She
she
played-
just got engaged. Remember we were talking about but she just got engaged. And was showing
Yeah,
off
she
her
got
ring
released
and
from jail.
silhouette of her boo on Instagram. But go ahead. What
She,
happened? Tell us what happened. I don't care.
She got released from jail. I don't know if you've been keeping up, but she was in prison, or not in prison. She was in jail on trial the whole season, and then she ended up getting released because they were able to frame the crooked lawyer who was trying to get Tariq on trial for the murder of his father. So
Wait a minute.
they were
which
able to
crooked
get her
lawyer?
off.
Was it
Sachs.
no. Well, who's the character?
Method
Who plays
Man?
him? Method Man. Was it Method Man?
It was okay. So you know, Method Man was the defense lawyer, but he started working
Okay.
with Sachs. They started working together. Sachs was a white guy.
Right, I know Sachs. Oh, so they tried to frame Sachs?
They were working together to frame Tariq because they ended up fine. Remember, he sent his niece to the campus, so he was able to get his niece to drug Tariq, and then Tariq went to the cemetery and was talking to Ghost's grave, and Sachs followed him and recorded him saying, "Why'd you make me have to kill you?" and all that. So after they got that information, he started working with Method Man to get Tasha off, because that was his thing. He was like, if I could get Tasha off, I win. So after he got Tasha off, his deal was, let's get Tasha off and then let's get Tariq arrested now that we have this evidence. But it was all crooked evidence because the way he went about getting it was crooked. So long story short, Tariq found out about it. Tariq was able to tell Sachs while he was on the witness stand, I know what you did. I know you drugged me. And long story short, Tasha went home. Tommy came back on the scene because the deal was, if Tasha gets out of jail, she has to give Tommy in to the feds. So Tommy found out about that because it was all on the news. And then he came back ready to kill Tasha. And he was trying to shoot up Tasha when she was hanging out with Mary J. Blige. He came and shot up the whole bar that they were in. It was crazy, but you should watch it. It was good.
Okay, yeah, I did see a shout out to Joseph Sakura. He's a great actor. He just naturally plays Tommy well.
Very well.
I don't know. He might have been Tommy in another life or in the previous, but he plays Tommy really well. So,
but coming up next in the summer is going to be Kanan, Raising Kanan, and that's 50 Cent's character.
Power Book 4. I thought it was Power Book 4. Is that it?
It could be called Power
Raising
Book
Kanan,
4.
and then what else?
That's the
and then
next
Joseph's.
one.
It's not.
Yeah, and then
Tommy's
Tommy's after. No, not yet. They're doing 50 Cent's younger version of his character first.
We want to see Tommy. Like, Tommy was the most
That's
exciting
what we were
character.
saying. Because we were so excited to see him on this last episode. We just want to continue that. But we're like, well, I guess we got to look at this Raising Kanan story. But
I'm checking Facebook. So Kathleen said, best to watch. It's worth it. Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
And then D girl. So she said, he still didn't share on his Instagram. They are suspect to me now. So going back to Notori Naughton and her fiance, I guess he didn't share it on his Instagram. So whatever. Anyway, which one is Cash Doll Land? Cash Doll is in
that's another show.
BMF one that's coming up this summer. Randy is executive. Well, I
Mhm.
don't know if he's executive producing it, but Randy Huggins has a lot to do with that one as well. He's working
Yeah.
directly with 50 Cent and those people to get that produced this summer. BMF is the name of it, Black Mafia Family.
I wonder, is 50 Cent trying to buy stars because he is just solidifying himself as the man at stars.
I just, I like that he knows what he wants. He goes after it. He's not afraid to say whatever the hell he wants to say, and he
Mhm.
just owns his life. Like he's writing his own request, right? And so I think
Yeah.
a lot more people do that. So congratulations to him
Mhm.
and all the
Yeah.
success, and congratulations to Randy, all his success and all of that great stuff. BMF story. Yeah,
Amazing.
it's not out yet. What else we
Awesome.
got?
You have any
Trying to
other
think.
stories?
I think that was it for me. We talked about the rioting in DC. We talked about Peppa. We talked about Aaron Jerome Dickey. Listen, have y'all seen The Weekend? Have you seen The Weekend?
Was that real?
I don't
That
know.
ain't real. I saw it, but I was like, this ain't real.
So we're talking about The Weeknd, the rap artist The Weeknd, who got upset about his Grammy snub and all of that. But y'all, he out there getting surgery on his face. Looks
You
like.
think that's real, Portia? I
I
thought he was
do.
playing.
I don't know. Let's see if we can get our producer a
Well, you got the
picture of.
picture? I don't
But
want
The
to believe that.
Weeknd. Just Google it on Instagram and just hashtag The Weeknd, y'all. It's crazy.
You know
How
who
he looks.
it's so interesting to me because a lot of people compare The Weeknd to Michael Jackson, just kind of in his style, his aesthetic, and all that. And it's like, are you really following in the MJ footsteps by getting surgery now?
Um, I'm
I know. Before they pull it up, this is what. Look at this, y'all.
Can you
Whew.
see it? Uh-oh. Hold on. I'm looking. Trying to get it to the producer, y'all.
I just can't believe
he is out here disfiguring his whole face. Is basically what's going on.
I
And
just
I
don't want to
don't know
believe that that's
want it
true.
for a role. Let me see it again, Tiara. I don't know if he's doing it for a role or I don't know. Um vanity is taking over the industry. Oh my gosh, y'all. Yes. Y'all see that? I guess
Mm-mm-mm.
I'll have to get into the editors, but that's crazy.
It's really
So it's
ridiculous.
not
And
only taking over women, it's taking over men as
mm-hmm.
well. And I just don't know what to say about that. What y'all got to say about that?
That's ridiculous. It's just the world. The world.
Right.
Protect your peace. That is just what you have to do. Protect your peace, because everything else around you, the people around you, could look different. Be here today, gone tomorrow. Look one way today, look one way tomorrow. You just never know what's gonna happen.
So any updates on Ossoff yet? Are they declaring him a winner? Anybody go to
They
CNN
haven't declared
Network?
him a winner yet. Your president is still tweeting. He says even Mexico uses voter ID. I don't know what that means. I guess he's saying that people are voting who aren't using voter ID.
Okay, it's a wrap. What's now? Anyway, speaking of the weekend, we got what, 10 minutes left. What y'all doing for the weekend? What you doing for the weekend? We on Wednesday, hump day. We made it.
We made it. It's time to
of
plan for the
New Year.
weekend. Tomorrow is Friday Junior. This
Friday
weekend,
Junior. Friday Eve.
I'm probably gonna be taking it easy this weekend. I
You said
feel
nothing.
I'm a little traveled out. I'm a little partied out for my birthday, so I'm taking it easy.
Yeah.
I was
Um,
scared to fly for the holidays, but because of COVID, but I ended up getting on my first flight going. I flew in Christmas Day and I had a really early 8 a.m. flight and there was nobody really on the plane, but my flight back was packed and we were not social distancing and seating. And it was this little
what
boy,
airline?
Southwest.
It was a little boy that what?
It was a little boy and I kept looking at my phone and I was like, do you just want to put your chin on my shoulder? You might as well just put your chin right here so we could just both look.
How old was
6
he?
or 7.
Oh, you should have just turned on cartoons for him.
No, that was his mama's job. His mom was sitting right there, and I'm like, "Don't you see this?"
Girl, yeah, she saw it. She was happy that he wasn't all on her shoulder.
All on her.
Yes. So I've read, and I don't know how true this is because I just kind of read it in passing, that the Senate what is she? Vice President elect Kamala is she was talking about mandating essential travel. And you're going to have documents to prove that you have to, your travel is essential. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
I don't know how people are going to accept that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
But
don't
we
know
will
either.
see. January 21st is closer than we think. It's right around the corner, honestly.
It's about to be raining pink and green. I know listen, the AKAs are going to show up in full effect. And I know they probably told them that, y'all can't travel, y'all can't do this, don't show up in droves. But guess what?
They're going to be outside.
Because Kamala Harris is an AKA and her sisterhood, they're going to show up and show out. And my sister in DC, well, actually, she's in Maryland. She's an AKA. Both of her daughters are an AKA. They're going to be out there in full effect.
Oh, they ready. They already said it. They going.
Stepping. Yes.
That's exciting.
Yeah, travel does need to relax, D. That is exciting. I actually want to go. I mentioned it before on the show. We actually attended several years back. Took the boys. It was my birthday weekend, and so we all just kind of got in one vehicle and drove to DC, made it a trip, and we, got to see Barack and Michelle.
Yeah.
And, it was fun.
You did that in 2008 or 2012?
2012. We did it in 2012.
Okay. I went in 2008 and I was young and I begged my mom. I was like, we gotta go. She didn't want to go because she was like, it's gonna be cold. It's all these people.
It was cold.
I was like, we have to go. And I'm happy to have had that moment in history. I'm sure you'll never forget that feeling of it. Is like a very peaceful, serene, calm, today was a good day feeling.
Absolutely. I would love to go this year, but the way that COVID is set up, you just can't really trust people.
Yeah, it feels like a risk.
Yeah. Maybe we might just go and hang out with my sister because, I don't know. I want to go. I want to create another memory. Like at this point in my life, I am all about creating memories and not just any old memory, but like intentional, positive, good memories that can take us for a lifetime. And that's something that my boys will never forget because they were, younger at the time. And we talk about that all the time. Y'all remember when we got in the car and we drove to DC and we did this and we did that. I saw Barack, I saw Michelle. So I want to be a part of history in that way again. I just don't know the way for this set up.
I know, but I do definitely understand where you're coming from about just making moments, because even thinking back about 2020, it's like you don't really remember every single day of 2020. You just remember those pivotal moments that happened and now it's gone. We don't really remember everything in 2019 or everything in 2018. So this year, be very intentional about the moments that you're creating.
Your mama said you didn't ask her to go, you made her go. Yes.
I told her we going.
Yeah. Especially, with the first lady and being in the White House and not being a wife of a president, right? So she has an active role. She's the vice president-elect African American woman. I want to be a part of it, but I don't think we're gonna make it. I don't.
No,
I don't
we'll be
think
we'll be
we're gonna make-
watching.
Yeah, we'll be watching probably from home.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I do want to go stand on Black Lives Matter Boulevard and be like, I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been there since they painted it. I need to go take some pictures.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are up on what? 9:55?
9:55.
Let's,
Just talking positive thoughts.
Positive thoughts. Let's kick off this Wednesday with positive thoughts.
Follow me.
Go ahead.
I'll kick off positive thoughts by saying, again, make this year your year. You might not remember everything that happened in 2020, but you remember the important pivotal moments of that year. And that's the same thing with everything. So make every day count, but at the same time, do not sweat the small stuff, because in hindsight, everything is probably really just the small stuff. So don't sweat anything at all. And I'm going to pass the ball to Portia.
Okay, y'all. So, happy Wednesday. Happy first Wednesday of the new year. And this year, I really want to encourage everyone to not only write your own requests, like that's going to be a theme for me for this year, like write your own requests, write it down. What is it that you want to do, and manifest the ish out of it, right? So just make it happen. But I also want to encourage everyone regarding self-care, because self-care is very important, and I think that a lot of us take it for granted. Like, we really do need to put ourselves first, and even if that means removing yourself from a situation that doesn't necessarily benefit you, do that, because self-care is walking away from anything that disturbs your peace. So remove yourself from the situation, remove the situation from your life, whatever it is. Don't feel bad about it, because in a way it's self-care. It's helping you to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. So just walk away from it. If you can't walk away from it, remove it. Remove any barrier to it. Like just completely immerse yourself in everything positive. Know what your request is that you're writing. Write that request, manifest the ish out of it, and make it happen. It's 2021. Let's go, y'all.
2020, WON, 2021. We winning this year.
So, hey.
Oh, hey, friend.
He ain't come back.
Look.
He's not there. He paint. It's fine. Romeo, write your own requests and make sure that you're practicing self-care.
Yeah. Be positive. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Keep running. Spread love and give. Because when you give,
the sun is shining, nice and bright. The birds are chirping, chirping.
And I'm ready to fly.
We're gonna see y'all tomorrow.
Time to get ready.
Yep, have a great day.
Fun every day.
Have a great
No one can stop us. Oh, we got
day.
it.
We will.
And
It's
play.
true.
We
Yes,
do
please. Thank
our
y'all for
best, so
tuning in.
we'll
We appreciate y'all. Coach G and Nick, and I'm looking for everybody else. I respect her.
So let's get ready.
Good
It's about that time. Good morning,
morning, y'all.
Good morning.
time to be great. Good morning.
your best and play. So start today.
Open your eyes. Morning to you. Morning.
Shout out to Romeo Selfie. Selfie from Romeo.
Good morning. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
See me on my grind.
Stars got to shine.
I'm a supernova.
Yeah, you see me taking over. Yeah.
I'm on the move. I got a way to shine to it. So let me hear you say.
Here go the mic.